Hello, everybody. Um, Today's the day. It is the first day that I make a video for my new YouTube channel, and it is also the day that I get all of my plants. Well, most of them. I still have like 3 or 4 coming in. This is my dog Sansa. My name is MJ, and as you get out of here, as you can tell, I am a plantaholic. I like to have a lot of plants, as you can see. Without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. This one is from Botany by Des. I'm not sure how to pronounce her name all the way, but she did an excellent job. As you can see, that's her little signal. You can find her on Palmstreet. It does come with its own little like humidity container of a sorts. So it's really good because I like to keep my new plants separate. So here's the top for it. Oh, it's a really cute container. And then, oh, such a little baby. So here's the little baby. There we go. The next one that we have is this one from Dandy Plants. Oh, let's see. What do we got here? Something's wet. Oh, stuff is wet. What is this? These are my tissue cultures. It looks like I'm going to have to immediately transfer these actually because the agar is already turning into a liquid. This is on the Philodendron Cheroneae. And then on the Pictum tricolor, same thing. And then also on my pink princesses, oh Lord, same thing here. That's the caramel marble and my red Anderson. So this next plant, I had actually already bought one of these from Dandy Plants. I didn't know if this tissue culture seedling was still alive, but I found it yesterday and it is still alive, which is really exciting. I already have one flame. She's about the same size as this one. I don't think I'm going to repot any of these plants today besides the tissue cultures because I don't want to put unnecessary stress on them. Right. So here we can see it got wet, probably from the tissue cultures, meaning that some of the agar juice is actually on this. Oh, she's gorgeous and she's so big. Yeah, so this is actually a variegated Monstera Peru. So you can see the variegation right here. It has more variegation up top over here. Some spotted variegations as well. This one is Philodendron Billetiae, possibly with variegated parentage. Hopefully they have variegation on them. So this is what we call a poo-poo TC, right? Because you see how it has mold down here at the bottom. So I think this one was a freebie with something else. It does still have good leaves. Okay. So there are still good leaves here, but we're just going to have to pot it up ASAP. And this is a Philodendron giganteum, which is great that I have this because I have a giganteum now. It's just losing its variegation. And then here we have another poopy bag. This one is an Alocasia Black Velvet Ninja Albo. So it's like a really fancy plant, I guess. She's got sprouts right here, one green leaf. This one, these leaves are kind of pretty dead, but this white is still pretty solid. This one is a philodendron Pluto. Well, philodendron Pluto. Moving on, we have a package from Plant Parenthood, and they have a cute little froggy with a leaf umbrella underneath it. Super cute, super adorbs. Once you open it, this is what you see. Really adorbs. Yes. I love this little sticker. The sticker is so cute. I love the little frog. Sansa, smell it. Okay, so here is how the plant came wrapped. I actually really enjoyed this kind of packaging. Here she is. Beautiful little Warocquinum anthurium. So this is the queen anthurium. So when it comes to Warocquinums, I think that's how you say it. They are drama queens. You want to make sure that you're providing them with 100% of what they want. This one is from the Green Escape. So this is how she came, right? Yeah. So they give you a nice little packing list. Oop. And then they also give you a, what is this? Like, hey, this is who filled out your order. So this order was grown with love by Scott. Thank you, Scott. And my order was packaged with care by Brenda. So shout out to Brenda. This is a little baby Alocasia Jacqueline. So yeah, Alocasia Jacqueline. You can see the texture that she has on her leaves. You can't really tell based here, but she's hairy on the top of her on the top of her leaves. So this is Jacqueline. Okay, so this one is a philodendron brantianum. They call her philodendron brandy though, and I love her because of the silver splashes that she has on her leaves. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. This has been a long time wish list plant. She is even more precious in person. So this is a begonia listata. And she is just precious because of her leaves. You can see right here, they're really dark green and they have this striking white stripe down the middle. This leaf is kind of like bent in a U shape, but it gives you a good example of what the undersides of these leaves look like. And they're actually really fuzzy. You can see the little hairs on them. They're super cute. So this is a philodendron callosum. Whenever I saw the photo of the mature plant on their website, it actually loses that stripe down the middle, but it does gain this kind of bluish tint to it, which I thought was really pretty. So that's why I wanted this guy, because of that blue tint. And they're really long leaves too. Ooh, should I save this one for last? I just kind of went ahead and bought one for myself. It's a Hoya listata. I'm not a big Hoya girly, but I just love the fuzziness. You can see it looks kind of like it's felted. So this is a Hoya listata. And so this is what the little soil plugs look like. It's literally just a soil plug. Right? And they wrapped it with saran wrap, wrapped it with some tape. No, that's not a listata. Linearis. My bad, guys. I had the vanilla orchid, planifolia, I believe is what it is. This is the variegated version. So, okay, so this one is actually called Alocasia flying squid. It's not supposed to be yellow. I'm not sure what's going on there. But this is an Alocasia. And yeah, I don't know what's going on here. I mean, it does look like it still has some growth coming in, so I'm not too worried about it. Like I say, plants are always going to have something die off of them. As long as there's new growth, I don't think that there's anything to worry about. But this is literally what it looks like. It doesn't have any really notable leaves to it, except for these little nodules, but those don't really come until you have a more mature plant. This one is really cool because it has a bluish tint to it when you hold a flashlight to it. It is, as you can see, kind of dried out. So like this leaf is dry. They all look really crinkly because begonias are really like used to high humidities. So this is an Anthurium polystitum starter plant. She's really wobbly at the base, as you can see. But this one is one of those Anthuriums that actually does really well in ambient. So if you're a beginner and you want to kind of get into Anthuriums, the polystitum is a really good one to get into. This is an Anthurium Queen of Hearts. They had this one on a really low, they had this one for a really low price. So I had to get it because this is one of the more special ones. You can see down here how her leaf is getting stuck. That's because of a lack of humidity. Wow. She is a cutie. So this is a Philodendron El Choco Red, also known as El Choco Rojo. Its scientific name is Philodendron rubra juvenile, which means that the back of the juvenile leaves are red. So, you know, once this plant starts to mature, get bigger, it's not going to have the red in the back of the leaves anymore. But I'm kind of planning on keeping it a more juvenile size. So maybe doing cuttings of it more often than not to keep the baby red leaves on it. I really like shopping from the Green Escape. They have really good prices. All the plants were packaged in a concise manner. The plants look healthy. This plant is absolutely gorgeous. So this is a Philodendron elegans. And if you look up the mature version of this plant, it actually has very wide, it has a serrated edge to it, kind of like a tortum, kind of like a ring of fire or jungle boogie, plants like that, right? This is from my friend Plant Addicted Cass. We had a heck of a time on her live. I think that's the most fun I've ever had on a live. And I know she definitely enjoyed it too. So Cass, shout out to you. Thanks for all the awesome plants. This package is actually the one that I've been the most excited about this whole time because it has exclusively anthuriums in it. And it has some pretty unique anthuriums, and she has some pretty awesome stories surrounding the anthuriums. So I'm looking forward to hearing more stories, and I'm also looking forward to talking with her some more about you know, the origin stories and what she knows, and picking her brain about anthuriums. And then she was saying something on her live that she actually likes to she's very artsy fartsy is how I like to say it. So she actually created a coloring book, and wow, and there's also, oh wow, so she left me a little note, happy coloring. She also gave me a packing slip so that way I know what I'm looking at. And then I love these stickers. I love these stickers, so cute. So she gave me some stickers. She has this really cute coloring book where you can color plant related designs, you know. So I'm excited for that. Thank you, Cass. And there's another sticker. That's like a holographic sticker. That one's pretty cool. So Cass is actually a veteran, which I thought was pretty cool, getting to support a veteran-owned business. And I don't know, I just thought it was crazy that she knew so much about anthuriums. Wow. It's like Christmas in July. It's like Christmas in July. I need that packing slip. Okay. It looks like she threw in another little freebie. I think it's a pop socket of sorts, right? Pop socket of plants. So that's cool. Oh, so tiny. What is this? Oh no, they're seedlings. You can see them. Little tiny babies. Ah, beautiful green leaf. Beautiful darker leaves. This is a dark crystal mag crossed with a PAP 10. You're not going to be able to tell a lot about the plants in their immature phase like this. It's not really until they start to grow up more that you'll be able to tell which characteristics from which parents the plants got. So this is a Anthurium pendens. So it's going to be another strappy leafed anthurium. So here's the baby. She's super pretty, super well maintained. Okay, so this one's an Ace of Spades crossed with Doc F2, and then that whole thing is crossed with a purple crystal, which I have no idea what that is. No idea whatsoever. But, you know, like I said, we will start to see the defining attributes. Oh, okay. So this is already a grown seedling of that Hoffmanii Phoenix hybrid with Dark Phoenix. So this is the more grown up version of those little itty bitty seeds we saw at the beginning. Oh, this one is so pretty, but who is it? Is this, I think this might be the no ID, but this plant is so pretty. She's so green. This is a red crystal crossed with a Fort Sherman crossed with a Fort Sherman Ralph Lyman. I wanted it. I'm not really big into crystallaniums, you know. A lot of people are. So this plant is actually a Fort Sherman Ralph Lyman crossed with Fort Sherman. So this one will have stronger Fort Sherman attributes than the other one that's crossed with the red crystallinum. I have a feeling that the one that's crossed with red crystallinum is going to be more crystallinum-y. This is a Bessier Af, and I think they were saying on the live that it's possible that it's crossed with a Wonder Boy, I think is what they were saying. But it's a Bessier Af crossed with Open, and that just means that they're not sure which one it's crossed or who the other parent is. So they have to leave it open, but they're suspecting that it was Wonder Boy. This is an Indo sheep pap crossed by self. So that means it had babies with itself, cross self. And then this is the one that really, ever since I started getting into anthuriums, I really, really, really wanted. She is a Carla Blackier crossed by Carla Blackier. Yeah, so Carla Blackier crossed by Carla Blackier T54. Okay, guys, so it is 2 days since I started unboxing. It is now Good Friday. I got 2 more orders in, but this first one is from Equagenera. Yay! I started my plant collection with one of these, but I gave away all the pups and then the mother plant ended up dying. So I don't have one of these anymore until now. And this is a Alocasia Black Velvet. She is a jewel orchid, meaning that she will stay pretty short and chubby like this. She's really cute. Yeah. This is an Anthurium Bessier Aff. So the Aff actually means that during import, this is the closest plant that it looks like. So it looks close to a Bessier, but it isn't exactly a Bessier, right? So Bessier Aff, super cute. So this is an Alocasia Zebrina, and you can tell because of those zebra stripes on the stem. She has really pretty little leaves. And then this is one of the ones I was more excited about, but this is a Monstera Esqueleto. And Esqueleto means skeleton. And as you can see from all the holes in her leaves, she gives skeleton vibes. So she's really cute though. That was my order from Equigenera. I do usually like ordering from them. They also have pretty affordable plants. And then they also give you a little packing list too. My plants are here, Makata. If you guys are on Palmstreet, you guys already know that this one is from Vic. This one was actually the freebie. So this is a begonia. I think this is a begonia rex. She has a bunch of fluff on her, but she's a little cutie. She's really, really red, as you can see down here, and her colors kind of shift and change with the light. And this is a little itty bitty Calathea white fusion. So you can see her leaves are super pretty white, and she does kind of like a circular growth pattern with her leaves, but also the undersides are purple, which I thought was pretty cool. And I've had this plant before, but it ended up dying due to the thrips infestation that I had. There you go. And then this one is actually also an Anthurium. This is an Anthurium podophyllum. So I believe this one is also known as Anthurium fingers, because I'm not sure if this is the podophyllum or pentaphyllum. I'll have to look. But she's actually really big. Her leaf is as big as my face. She's really cute though. And yeah, that's my haul from Vic at the plant nursery. I think it's the plant nursery is what their name is. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did, and I hope you guys also check out the stores that I had ordered these plants from. All the stores are really good, and I think they're worth checking out at least. Even if you don't buy anything from them, it's worth checking out at least. Down in the description, I'll have linked my page on Palmstreet, which is where I bought all of these plants. I bought every single one of these plants on the Palmstreet app. I'll put my link down below. Let me know where you guys are from. If you end up watching this video, say hi in the comments below. Share this with people who might like plants too. I don't know. Like I said, this is just the beginning of the YouTube channel. And I can't wait to see where it goes from here. Good to see y'all. Okay, bye.